Metroid Prime, and we are in the Phendrana Drifts. I was about to say Phendrana Ruins, and I don't know why. But we are here, and we are playing the game. This is widely accepted as one of the more favorable areas of the game, and captures most of the Metroid feel. Personally, I don't know how they come to that conclusion. I think the entire game is very Metroid-esque, especially with the Chozo Ruins, jeez. But this is how it goes. This is Phendrana Drifts. It's one of my favorite areas of the game. There are 3 parts to Phendrana Drifts. There's the beginning area, which is here, the Space Pirate area, which we'll be visiting later, and then there's the later Phendrana Drifts area. It's been widely known as Techno Phendrana because of the soundtrack that plays there. But this is a flicker bat. This is pretty much it's not really an enemy. It does hurt you. It does have the capability of hurting you, but it won't actually come after you. It pretty much does its own thing. If it hits you, oh well. That's sort of how it works. This is a crystallite. It's kind of the same thing. He'll do his own thing. It's mainly just an obstacle in your way. The door directly above this has been unlocked. As a kid, it took me so long to figure out that you were supposed to scan that. I don't know why. I was really that noobish. There are some expansions you can pick up around here, but not with the current equipment that we have. Unfortunately so. But since we've opened the door by scanning that little thing there, we're free to go through here. Now, this looks a little bit like what we saw in the last episode, the pulse bamboo, but this is a scatter bamboo. It's, well, you can pretty much see what it does. It scatters little beams, lasers, you know. Oh, lasers in space games. Who would have thunk it? But go through here, and there's a new enemy. This, alongside the stone toad, scared the living poop out of me. Even though I saw it on the back of the box of the GameCube, I was still unprepared. This is the baby Shigeth, and it's the baby. Glacial Predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Shigeths grow a resilient shell of ice on their back, which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. So they pretty much have a hard back, but if you're able to get rid of that hard back, you'll be able to hurt him. This is the hard back, and as you can see, his hard back exploded. On hard mode, these guys are way more trouble than they should be. But I remember as a kid being so scared of them that I was hiding over here. Memories. But make sure you scan those things. They are not missable enemies, of course not, so you don't have to worry. There is a missable enemy. I'm not really sure where. You can hear another expansion, but it's up this track and we don't have that kind of technology yet. Man, I know this game way too well. I need to get a life. Oh no! Dumb Samus jump. No, Samus, I'm sorry. You're not dumb. I'm the dumb one. It's my fingers that are fucking this up. It's totally not you, Samus, even though it pains me to say that a mistake is my fault. Because I want to be perfect. And that's how I roll. Totally. What the hell is this nonsense that I'm spouting out? I need to be quiet. Anyway, but you go over here. Now over here is an enemy that is missable, in fact. These are ice burrowers. At first I didn't know that these enemies were missable, but when I was doing my practice run, I actually missed these guys because I was sequence breaking in that run. But these are the ice burrower. Burrower adapted to sub-freezing climate. A hardy life form. It's pretty much the same as the magma caverns predator things, except they are in Phendrana Drifts. Now, the reason they're missable is because these get replaced by another enemy later on, much like the ice shriek bats, which we'll be seeing in a little moment. But I'm tired of shooting these guys. They are more trouble than they're worth. Not like they're worth anything. It's not like they come up to me and say, "Hey, here's a check. You know, go cash it in. You get 20 free bucks." You know, no. But that's a rhetorical statement. I don't know really why I'm going into all that hardy-dardy stuff. But over here, I don't know why I went to Morphball form. Guess what? And I can't go up here? That's not right. You should be able to go up here. Or can you? Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a sequence breaking run. This is the Chozo script. None know of our temple, the cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. How can we Chozo hope for it to remain intact
when that which guards it reigns in the darkness, growing always stronger. The fate of this world rests with the gathering of artifacts we call the cipher. You said this in the last scan. An enchanted hole made of 12 links. You said this! With our vigilance crumbles away into madness, the cipher will be exposed and the fate of Talon Ivy will be beyond our influence.
I really don't know why that scan is there. They're really just elaborating. Now, over here, these enemies are missable forever. There's going to be a boss we're going to be facing in Phendrana Drifts. It's kind of the same thing as the plated beetle that we face in the Chosen Ruin. That boss will get relegated to a normal. Excuse me, Shigith. Damn it! Yeah, they can freeze you with their ice breath. But the boss that we will face later gets relegated to a normal enemy later in the game. And then those shriek bats disappear forever. And am I missing something here? Apparently, you're supposed to jump up this thing here. Am I missing something? Hang on, I might as well just do this on screen right now. You guys are taking up my time, and you are fat and ugly. Just like all the self-deluded girls in my school. Oh wait, no, never mind. That was just me being convoluted and dumb. But anyway, I don't know why that Chozo scan is there. It's kind of unnecessary. Whatever. Big whoop-de-bloody-doo. Anyway, there is one more Chozo scan, and that's it. There are no more Chozo scans in Phendrana Drifts. We won't have to deal with them anymore. I'm sorry if they're annoying.
Many Chozo have gone beyond now, which means they die, and this is a mercy.
They're suicidal, helplessly across time and space. They're suicidal, helplessly across time and space. Awesome.
But our minds are weakening. Soon we will be all like the Turned.
Now, they say turned with a capital T, meaning that they refer to people who turn evil as the Turned. That's actually a pretty epic statement. But pretty much, some Chozo turned evil because of the great poison. Oh, well. That's the way the rock crumbles. Now, these platforms... Now, I always wondered, who configured this? I'm guessing it was the Chozo, since there's the Chozo statue stuff here. Because there's these jetpacks under the little ice stuff. Now this... Hey, we already have a morph ball. I don't need you. You got the boost ball. Now this is a very creative item. I think everyone who's done a Let's Play of this has said this, that it's creative. And I guess it's uncreative of me to say that it's creative, because everyone said it's creative, and I said creative a lot in this creative sentence. But Retro Studios has sort of invoked their own creativity. And now, we are officially a skater. You know, because he was a skater boy, he said see you later boy, he wasn't good enough for her. Oh, I miss Avril Lavigne back when she was good. I think after she turned blonde, she really got boring. And I'm not saying that it's the blondness that made her boring, I'm saying that, like, she became boring. Like, her songs were about, like, being tough, you know? But then afterwards, it's like, oh my god, this song is totally about how this boy is amazing. And for some reason, my sound got cut off. It's still recording in the actual thing, I believe. Let me just check that quickly. Yeah, the same thing happened when I was playing the plated beetle. I don't know why that happens. For some reason, the sound just got cut off from my earphones. I'm not really too sure why that happens, but it does. But over here... Hey, I totally jumped off that cliff. I was totally committing suicide, and you brought me back up. Holy shit, Ridley got humongous! Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Okay, Ridley's not that big. That's what she said. Me and my perverted mind, and he went that way, and knowing Samus, that's the way you're going to want to go. However, there's an issue. That leads back to Magmore Cavern. The place where you're going to have to go now that you have the boost ball is all the way back to Talon Overworld. Specifically, this place right here, the Talon Canyon. which is the space, not the space, the area right after the landing site. Now, I could go there now, but I also want to cut out the Magmore Cavern, so I think for the time constraints of this episode, I think I'm just going to cut it short here. And now that we've got the boost ball, after we get the next item after that, which I'm pretty sure you might have an idea as to what it is since it's so close with the ship, but we're going to be getting that item very, very, very soon. And after we get that and come back here to Phendrana Drifts, the game is really going to pick up in terms of scans, items, etc., etc. So, very exciting. And I will see you guys next time. And I don't know why I was going to say next, like the word next was going to be the final word of my sentence, because it wasn't the final word. And I don't know why I'm blabbing on. This has been your favorite Reikushi. And I will see you guys next time for this amazing game. Ciao for now. That was really gay.